Inevitably.
I'll watch.
You will. Welcome to Drunk Tech Support. I'm Rich.
I'm Jay.
We actually think we have our audio shit together today.
Turns out OBS has all the filters that we need for equalizing, compression, all that stuff. So all these years we could, and it's probably, I've just left it in Rich's hands. I'm like, Rich knows what he's doing. He's controlling OBS and loopback and all that stuff. And then I sat down, I spent like 10 minutes with OBS, and I'm like, wait, it's got audio filters?
So your first mistake was leaving me in charge because I don't know anything about audio.
Yeah.
None of those words mean anything to me except volume up, down.
Oh my God. So we have enabled compression for this episode. And I know it might not make sense if you're listening to the audio. Nobody's listening. But it's now equalizing our volume levels on the fly. So if we get too far away from the mic, it shouldn't sound like we're yelling across the room. It should sound like we're still near the mic.
And more importantly for you, you don't have to hear your nasally voice.
Right, and I can take these off because I don't like to listen to the audio while we're recording. So
yeah,
we shall see.
See how it goes.
It's gonna be a disaster.
All of our testing was great though. So
like, if you spend $60 on a phone case, should it just start peeling away in pieces?
No.
Yeah.
You should get a Tech 21.
Are you sponsored by Tech 21?
I wish. I bought so much.
You bring them up so often.
I bet they make one for your phone, and I bet it's fantastic.
The rubber part of my phone is just, look at that.
Yeah.
It's just like
You threw pieces of it at me.
peeling away. Look, dude, we're forever gonna be like cursed with this spider web that we set up from Halloween. It's all over everything.
You know what? It was worth it because it was the best Halloween episode we've ever done.
I don't know about that. But afterwards, we went and blew up a water bottle with
dry ice. Yeah.
That was fun. Videos on Instagram.
It
if
is.
anyone cares.
We got a lot of views on that video, actually. We just got to blow shit up. That's it.
Yeah, just blow shit up. That's what it's... We posted some... I went and posted some new videos.
Yeah.
My daughter's telling me we need to get on TikTok.
Did anybody post a video of me after my surgery last week?
What surgery?
My tooth.
Oh, your tooth? No.
Did you even see the video of me last week?
I was just saying, didn't your... No, Brittany showed me.
Oh, yeah.
A video.
We probably need to share that with our viewers because that was hilarious.
Like, Rich becomes the, is this real life kid?
Yeah.
Remember that meme from like 2011?
Oh, my God.
That was Rich.
So apparently...
I didn't know they knock you out for that.
Well, see, originally they were just going to gas me and do local...
They don't even gas. Every time I've gotten a tooth yanked out or a root canal, straight just like raw dogging, dude. Just like a little Novocaine and boom, we're going to drill into
I go in day one and I'm like, hey, I am terrified of dentists and I have passed out and gone into seizures at the dentist before. Like,
oh, that'll do it.
And then, so now they're like super cautious and it's really cool.
Oh.
But
I'll be like, if you drill into my mouth, I will bite your fucking fingers and I will break my teeth on your utensils that you're putting in my mouth if you do not knock me out.
So now I get gas no matter what. And this time the tooth was so big, they decided that I needed to be sedated. So I went under. And I've never had any surgeries in my entire life.
Good.
I've never done
like
anything.
One horse tooth. And they're like, it's too big.
Yeah, it's too big.
We gotta knock him out. This is like...
I got stitches and everything. Like, it was wild.
I got stitches, but I was awake for it.
I've never had stitches in my mouth, ever.
You've not had...
I got my first stitches earlier this summer.
Yeah.
When I cut my finger. I've never gotten stitches. I've never had surgery. And I've done both this year.
You've never gotten to experience the cracking and pulling sensation as they rock your tooth back and forth, trying to rip it out of its socket?
I felt pressure, like my head moving, but I've never felt anything.
Oh my God.
So
I've got some cheap ass dentists, apparently. I have like never even offered a painkiller. No, I'm sorry. One time they're like, "Oh, here's some Tylenol 3s."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, thanks."
No, they knocked me out, and then I mean, if you've had surgery before, I'm sure you're used to it, but I didn't know what to expect. And you watch like alien abduction videos. They always talk about lost time.
Yeah.
Like when you get abducted.
I'm terrified of being put under.
So I don't remember time passing, but apparently about 25 minutes went by. That's how long it took them to do the surgery.
Do you remember time passing when you sleep?
Yeah. I know you do too, because then you wake up sometimes and you're off a little bit, and you're like, wait, how long have I been asleep? And you got to check. Like,
is it like we're gassing you and you're like, oh, I'm awake now? Like there's no...
Yes. That's exactly how it was. It was so weird. And it wasn't a gas. They put it in my arm, and I had a bruise that's still kind of there.
Ew.
But anyway, so I woke up.
No weird dreams or anything?
It was like nothing happened. No dreams, no nothing. It was like I was there, and then I wasn't. They were wheeling me out. And
that's how I want to go out.
So then I was like, did I get abducted? Like, is this like lost time like everyone talks about?
Rich immediately
like...
puts on his tinfoil hat. Like, I must have been abducted. What's going on?
And then I apparently like wasn't sure that I was still on Earth, and I had my wife had to convince me that I was on Earth still. So,
wait, do you wake up like high? Because I've seen videos of people coming out of it.
I didn't feel high. I felt tired, and like not all there, and just confused in general because I thought I was on another planet. And then apparently I got home. We stopped at a couple places on the way home. I don't even remember doing it. And then I woke up at like 2 in the afternoon. I slept the whole morning.
So it's not like your normal going out drunk shopping
No.
experience?
No. No, I was not functional. But I forget where I was going with this story, but
I think you just wanted to tell your story. I don't think there was a point to it.
no, there was a point. There was something we were talking about, and I was talking about surgery. Anyway, so I had surgery and had some lost time. It was weird.
Creepy. Well, you're still alive,
I am,
And you're definitely like a contender for dying on the table.
and
right?
I am not in any pain anymore.
That is awesome.
I've
Rich
been
was
living in
bitching.
pain for like a month.
Was it just a month? I feel like it's been months.
Well,
I've seen you picking at your tooth for like months and months and months.
it's been a problem for a year, but I kept putting that temporary filling in it that you can buy at the store.
I don't see how that can stop the pain though.
Well,
Because the pain
It
is like the
wasn't a
bacteria
problem.
like chopping at your...
exactly. It wasn't a problem until it got infected, and then once it was infected, that's where the pain started.
Yeah.
So I kept it clean up the past months prior.
They gave you antibiotics like 2 days before your actual
Yeah.
dentist appointment. Like, because that will kill the pain. 'Cause
Right.
The pain is actually the bacteria infecting your gum and nerve and all that shit.
Yeah.
Kai had like so much pain with that stuff. It was
Yeah.
rough. But the antibiotics, like, immediately just pain free. You can live pain free with bad teeth if you have got good antibiotics, people.
Oh.
So stock up.
Until the bacteria become
Antibiotic
advanced and-
resistant.
Yeah.
And then you're dead.
Yeah.
Then you got like MRSA or some shit.
Yeah.
That's
not funny.
Speaking of dentists,
Speaking of dentists,
my daughter had an ortho appointment today
oh, those are always fun.
for braces or Invisalign, and I got told the price of braces in this day and age. Not even braces, pieces of plastic that you put on your teeth. They literally just mold your teeth, figure out how to fix them, and then 3D print a hunk of plastic that you put in your teeth. Was $7,800. My insurance covers exactly $1,000 of this, and I'm like, I was thinking it would be like,
Did you say 100? That's it?
no, 1,000.
Oh, I thought you said 100.
Maybe I
was
did.
like, Jesus.
$1,000 is all they'll cover. So I'm like, I thought braces were maybe like 3,000 max.
They used to be like 3,000-4,000.
Yeah, in the fact that they're Invisalign, which is just 3D printed plastic.
Hey, I got a 3D printer.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We got it.
We just need to mold your teeth.
It's bullshit. I get braces because like it's metal and they gotta like tweak them.
How long do you think we have before the population starts turning to wooden teeth again?
Some George Washington teeth?
Yeah.
Not long.
Especially with modern
Well-
technology like 3D printers and
It's considered cosmetic because it's not life or death situation.
it is if you can't eat.
That's true. Her teeth aren't that bad, but
True.
I'm paying into insurance and they're like $1,000 lifetime That's what they'll cover. Is that per kid? Is that total? If I had like 3 kids, they would have only paid $1,000.
I think it's per kid.
I don't know about that. It seems like it was just $1,000 total lifetime. And so I'm like, what do you have for payment plans? And they're like, oh yeah, you can do like $250 a month. I do not make enough money to pay $250 a month right now.
For how many years?
Yeah, I don't know, whatever that equals to $7,800.
That's wild.
So I'm like thinking, well, maybe my work will cover the $1,000 down because it's $1,000 down payment.
Jesus.
So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Maybe my work will cover that. And I was like talking to my boss about it, kind of hinting like, I kind of need a raise, bro. I'm not making enough money to survive. And he's like, haha, that's funny. They probably won't cover that. They'll cover the $1,000, but probably not for the $1,000 down payment.
Yeah.
Because insurance is fucked like that.
Yep.
So, probably going to use my Apple credit card again that I said I was paying off. That was a whole ordeal today.
That was.
I couldn't figure out like my payments were fluctuating and why shit kept going up. Because I have set I'm paying $200 biweekly, like 100 and then 100, and then I'm paying the $90 on this stupid Mac that we only have $224 remaining on the payment. And I'm looking at my bills and it's like,
and you know,
my minimum payment keeps changing. And I'm talking to you guys who are Apple jerks.
Well, it has nothing to do with Apple. It's basic credit cards.
You're like, did you buy anything? I haven't bought anything in 3 months, so why would my minimum
I don't know.
shift?
I'd have to look at it.
And then at one point, I thought, like, oh, maybe I wasn't meeting the minimum, so the interest kept, like, going up.
Yeah.
But I looked at it, my minimum was, like, $24 a month, and I'm paying $200. So I'm on track for paying off everything. I don't know. It's just
I'll have to look at it.
I hate the app. I don't want to use it again. Like
it is kind of like I know I give you shit all the time, and I'm like, you know, you're all anti-Apple, but it does really piss me off as an Apple card holder that I can't just, you know, use Mint or some other financial management tool because they don't allow you to connect to a financial management tool, which is bullshit. And
because they want you in the Appleverse, dude.
Yeah, and that's great. But
Appleverse of Madness. Oh my god, that needs to be a title.
I want to use Apple to be modern technology. Like, I don't want to have to export a CSV file and import it like it's fucking 1995.
You can't even log in to check your Apple Card status if you don't have an Apple device.
Right.
It needs to authenticate.
Well, you can go on the website, but
the
you
website
have to have a website that's compatible, which is not Firefox.
The website requires that you have an Apple device to authenticate. It sends a
code
it has
two-factor
to your. So if I didn't have my iPad, I would be fucked for my Apple Card.
Well, you can change it to SMS and
can
still
you?
get it. Yeah, because I do that at work.
And also, you can't access any of the benefits of the card.
No,
you can't
none.
manage your
you
cash back.
Cash back you probably never get to use.
I probably have like hundreds of dollars in cash back. I cannot access because I don't have an iPhone. Maybe I'll set it up on my stupid SE that I have in my car. If it supports it. If it supports Apple Wallet.
You can set it up on the drunk tech support phone.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, that's
I
modern.
just wanted to pay off the card and be done with it.
Yeah.
And now this braces thing has come up, and I'm like, once I pay off my card, I can just put that $1,000 down and just keep paying it off. But it's like 24%.
You know what was really fucked up the other day? So my daughter also went to the dentist this week. She had braces that I paid $5,000 for.
Yeah, I was great.
Well, that's not fair. I split it with her
Half.
mom, so I paid half of $5,000. Anyways, they apparently left some of the cement on her tooth, and they thought it was causing a cavity to form under it. Luckily, they got the polish in there, and they got off all the cement, and there was no decay underneath.
What do they got to Dremel it off when
basically
they're done? Really?
Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I would have definitely gone to that ortho and been like, yo, fix this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, because they tell you like not to use teeth whiteners when you're getting braces because like the difference between the brace spots will be like horrible when you're done. Yeah. I've known people,
or if you just don't take care of your teeth.
Exactly, that's what I was getting at. I've known people that like did not take care of their teeth.
Yeah,
with
me
braces,
too.
And it's like fucking weird looking.
It's very weird looking. I got an invite today for Blue Sky.
What was Blue Sky?
It's a decentralized Twitter clone. So they don't use like
Did we sign up?
servers.
Did we sign servers? Did we sign up on this on another episode or something?
No. I signed up for it a while back, and I just got my invite today. So I'm super excited about
I'm
it.
afraid to get too far away from the mic with the compressor. But did you like mention on the show, Riz, that you signed up?
I think I did
Okay.
at one point.
Blue Sky, what is that?
So it's like a Twitter clone. It's just like it. I just got my first follower.
You mean an X clone?
Right. Sorry, I'm not calling it X though. I got a new follower. Satan has followed me.
Yes.
My first follower.
How many users are they at?
I want to say like 2 million. So it was like
Dude,
a
what
million.
happened to Threads?
I don't know.
It
did notice-
became the largest growing app overnight, and then
And
nobody
then
talked about it
just
since.
fizzled off. So I did notice that they've started embedding the threads into Instagram. It's like people aren't going to threads separately, so they're annoyed and they're just like, "Hey guys, check it out."
Is that it?
Yeah.
Blue Sky.
So you need an invite. It's invite only, but there's like 2 million people using it. It's doubled in the last couple of months, and they finally have a way to do public views, which is something that we were struggling with before. So like journalists will be able to go and look without having an account.
Wait, does Twitter not show up in search results anymore?
I don't think so, but it's still public.
I'm sure
you
we
could
talked
still,
about that.
You could
I've
still
forgotten.
view it. Yeah, but you could still view.
I thought I did hear that was like part of the thing. Like Twitter won't show up in search results because you can't view it if you don't have an account. It's gonna be behind a paywall.
Yeah. Well, if Musk has anything to say about it, did you see? I didn't have it on the notes, but he apparently has been like tweeting, Xing, whatever the fuck they call it now, with like far right white supremacist people, and like he said something.
So surprised.
He said something along the lines of like, it's a shame that white people can't have pride in their race or something. Like, it's like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
It's like they were like, wow, the news hasn't talked about me in a month or so. I should probably say something
White
crazy.
pride's a little touchy. I wouldn't go around being like, why can't I be proud of being white?
Right?
Well, a lot of reasons.
A lot of reasons.
Maybe you should just keep that to yourself.
But anyways, after I've been on Blue Sky for a little while, they'll start giving me invite codes, and once they do, I'll share one with you.
Cool.
Maybe we'll get a show one.
And then I'll not use it.
Right.
Like
all the other ones.
Ew.
But now that we're what? Oh, he met with
Xi
Xi
XI?
Jinping.
Xi Jinping.
You know, he's got a friend,
There's a photo of him shaking hands with the
Chinese dictator.
Chinese dictator.
Although they don't like when you call him a dictator. Did you hear about all that?
Call him a dictator.
So Biden
It's like,
called
well,
him-
he does dictate, doesn't he?
And then the Chinese media censored it. Like CNN showed a live stream of CNN in China
Yeah.
while they were having the story.
Here.
They were talking about dictators, and it just was blank. It was like, please try again. Or
Oh my
whatever.
god.
Yeah.
We're not under any kind of fucking communist dictator bullshit here.
But
Not
the
communist.
anyways, social media in general, I did have another article in my notes though that I wanted to talk about because as an old fuck,
That's
you know,
us.
we ushered in social media. Like social media as we know it wouldn't exist if it wasn't for our generation, right? But we have nowhere to go to be social anymore. And
There's Facebook for us old fucks, I thought.
yeah, but Facebook is like evil, and
Is that why we don't use it?
That's
thought
why I
'cause
don't
it's
use it.
like fucking old hat now. Like nobody uses Facebook.
I don't even know.
Even
who
though
uses
no,
it.
I went on Facebook and I was like, wow, all my old friends are still active.
I love how this article they say Twitter's bad, and sorry, I'll never refer to it as X. I can
That's
appreciate
an
that.
ongoing thing. Like Musk sucks, man. He's just like he has had a hard on for the letter X since back,
Since PayPal started
Yeah.
as X.com.
and he wanted X to be a thing, and it's just not a thing, dude.
I
Just
actually
stop.
used to use X.com to go to PayPal because it was easier, and then
Less letters to type.
yeah,
Oh my god.
I've never used bookmarks in my entire life, right?
What? Dude, I have so many
Never
many
once.
bookmarks like they expire or they change, and I have to refresh them with something else.
I've got bookmarks. I bookmark things and then I never use them. I'm the weirdest computer user in the world. Like the way my brain works.
I don't know. We've talked about this. You don't bookmark things. You just have 80,000 tabs open and hope that they never go away or crash or disappear.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. That's not a good way to manage your.
I mean, nowadays everything's synced in the cloud, so if I want to, I can just leave it and then
You could just have bookmarks and then
yeah,
those are
but
synced in the
I'll
cloud.
forget about them though. My brain doesn't work that way.
Oh, I need to be able to like click and have like an organized view of things because my ADD brain won't let me like.
If it was just a bunch, I have to religiously throughout the day just close all my browsers because there's too many tabs open,
Wow.
and I can't keep track of what's what.
Yeah,
You
I
know
can't.
what I hate that
I
I
can't not have all my tabs open. Like
I
I
have-
need to be able to just switch.
I have an incognito window open and a regular one. And incognito's for my admin, logged into my admin stuff. And I can't find an easy way to locate which one's which. Usually, like admin, like I know you can go to Windows and tell it to separate all the tasks that are running.
You know, in Chrome you can have separate logins too, right? Like
What?
simultaneously two profiles running.
Yeah.
'Cause
no,
we do-
Yeah.
So set up another profile for work.
No, what I'm saying is when I have tabs open, I have a non-incognito regular browser
Mhm.
for like just looking at stuff, and then I have admin that's got all my admin stuff, and like I'll need to get to one quick, so I'll hover over it. It'll show the two windows that are open, and they always switch, so I never know which one's the admin ones.
So you just gotta guess.
So, yeah, I can guess it opens the wrong one. It's always the wrong one, no matter
Always.
which one I guess, unless it's on an obvious page
Right.
in the thumbnail. It drives me nuts. I almost want to start using like Edge or something for like
I
having
do
a
that.
separate.
I do that when I have to do stuff that's like not like I can't be logged in as myself.
Yeah,
I
me
have
too.
Edge for that.
Exactly. Bleh.
So, yeah. But anyway, so social media is trash. I mean, it seriously is. Like, I don't understand it. I don't want anything to do with it. Like,
What are we talking about?
social media and how we're old.
I want to be part of it, but I just don't have the drive.
But I don't think it's us that's the problem, though. I think, like, the idea of oversharing just became lame. Like,
We've been oversharing since MySpace days.
I know.
It's no fun anymore.
Exactly.
I'm thinking like MySpace days and shit, like when not everyone was on the internet, and it was like standard. Like, dude, I remember I would like I created a music page on MySpace, and I posted all my stupid electronic music, and I actually was included, and somebody wrote an article for New Hampshire electronic musicians, and he based it on people he found on MySpace.
Yeah.
A journalist actually wrote something about my music and described like what he thought of it and like how I made my music and stuff. I was like so happy.
So do you think it's like more people, so it's just diluted now, or do you think it's just harder to find
It's
shit now?
diluted, so there's no uniqueness, and it's standardized, so like your mom's on it, and it's just bland.
Yeah.
Like there's no, you're just another cog, basically.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
That's everything, dude. I get no excitement from anything.
But
anymore,
see,
dude. No technology amazes me, makes me like excited the way it
We've
was.
talked
and
about
I'm
this
like,
on the
"Maybe
show
it's 'cause I'm
before,
old,"
like- I don't think it's us. I think it's technology is boring. Like
we talked about how like you know, if you wanted to like get online and like chat with people and stuff, that took effort. You had to know something about computers and like, you know how to like sign on to stuff and shit. And then now it's just like everyone's got a phone. Everyone can just get an app and just do the thing. And like there's an app for it. And it's just like fucking boring, dude. It sucks.
Yeah.
What are kids excited about now, dude?
TikTok?
Just an
10-second videos?
I don't know, man. I'm like praying for like a solar flare to just knock out all of Earth's electronics, and we can just like go back.
It's
to,
going to happen. It's just a matter of when, not
planting stuff and like all our money's gonna be gone. None of us have fucking cash on hand. I was thinking about that the other day.
I have
like,
some, but not like enough to
I
survive
was like,
with.
if something
like,
happens, I have no cash. If like the banks, all like electronics get wiped, I'm fucked. I have nothing. Not that I have any disposable income as it is. I don't make enough. I'm fucking
maybe you need to get into an all cash business, like
mafia.
a lemonade stand or something. Just
All right,
no paper trail.
you already got your
Cash
kid.
only.
Your fucking kid goes out there and does that like in the summer. I see
Yeah.
that. You already got that. You're thinking ahead.
Ooh, we got to switch him over to hot chocolate now.
Can we get into some Apple innovation, Rich?
I mean, if you want to,
We have a theme song, I believe.
we do actually. It's right here.
What has Apple innovated lately? Headphones.
Huh?
Never mind. I didn't have my headphones on, so I thought it was playing out of this. I was like, why can't I hear it?
Oh,
Rich, Apple announces that RCS support is coming to iPhone next year.
but Androids are still going to be green.
I heard that. Just as a fuck you to Android.
Mm-hmm.
Because Apple has refused to integrate the RCS. I don't even know what that stands for.
I'm
Rich
really-
Communication Services.
I'm really excited about this. I
Oh,
truly am because
I'll be able to send pictures and videos to you and not have them look like shit when they arrive.
Well, see, the thing that annoyed me the most about that, it's no surprise I'm an Apple user. And other Apple users I talk to, if I don't have signal, I can still talk to them as long as I have an internet connection through Wi-Fi or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that with the people I know on Android. So, like, if I'm talking to someone on an Android, I basically lose communication with them if I don't have...
And don't tell me this
Signal.
wasn't some fucking Apple fuck you.
No, it
you
was.
need to be part of our ecosystem or fuck you.
Pretty sure
Like-
it was 100% that.
Yeah, exactly. This is bullshit, dude. This is why I
It's
fucking
become
hate
a
Apple.
whole. It's become a whole pop culture thing with green bubbles and blue bubbles.
Google has
Like,
been making commercials
Yeah.
making fun of this fact. The
and
pager
Apple
commercial.
has been as well. They're both knocking each other about it.
And Apple even announced that iMessage, when iMessage came out, they were like, it's going to be cross-platform. And they never followed
And they
up
never
on that.
did.
Because they're fucking assholes. They're like, we just want everyone to be on
Well,
Apple.
to be fair, weren't they in a lawsuit with Google at the time? Like,
For what?
I don't remember. It had something to do with. Oh, what was it?
I'm sure something.
I don't know. I feel like they were in a lawsuit at the time, so it made sense not to,
I don't know. I
sleep
like,
with the enemy type of thing.
I did all this research because I was like, why doesn't Apple support RCS? I can't believe in this day and age, if I send a video to you, it comes out in like 120p. On
I
your
know.
It's bullshit, dude. And it's literally just Apple being like, fuck you. We're not upgrading technology because we want everyone on Apple devices. And that's all it had to do with. And every idiot out there that has an Apple's like, oh, you sent me something from an Android and it looks like shit. That's because your Android sucks.
Yeah.
Switch to Apple, fucker. So it's literally just a fucking business.
And I'm not
tactic.
gonna lie, like, it worked because
Yeah, you
like how
there's
many
so
people
are like, oh, if I find out that some guy I'm dating has an Android, I'm dumping him. Like shit like that. You see like videos
Yeah.
online like
Oh,
shit
yeah.
like that making fun of Androids. Like,
well,
it's
not only
a
that, but
legit-
like people who know better, like me, actually for a split second, until I learned otherwise, I thought the cameras sucked on Androids, and that was the problem. I didn't realize it was actually a really good camera, but
yeah.
they were just fucking us over every time.
They
we said
literally
so.
they brainwash you guys, man. Like they act like every fucking.
Well, luckily
new
I
color...
was smart enough to look into it.
Oh,
and I was
good,
like,
good,
oh
good.
wait, no, I'm an idiot.
Do your own research, people.
That's the biggest problem right there. People don't do their own research.
People are just like, oh, you have an Android, it must suck.
Well, I heard it on Fox News,
No.
so it must be true.
Android flagship phones are fucking on par, if not better, in some areas than
Did
Apple.
you hear about the more recent Google antitrust lawsuit where we found out the actual percentage of ad revenue that Apple gives to Google just for the right to
You
have
mentioned that to me, and I was like,
it.
what?
36% of their Safari ad revenue goes to Google just for the right to have Google as their search engine by default.
Why? It's just because Google's so popular?
Yeah, because they know that anything else would be not accepted widely by Apple
Does Apple
users.
have a search engine?
I don't think so.
It's not like they're going to use Bing.
No, nobody's going to Bing it.
Google's like the only one out there, or
Let's-
DuckDuckGo. if
Let's
you're paranoid.
Bing it, guy.
Bing it.
I
Oh my
use
God.
I use DuckDuckGo. And
Oh my
actually,
God.
at one point, Apple was looking at using DuckDuckGo for their default search, probably to save the millions of dollars they're sending
Yeah,
Google.
that would have been another way to go.
But
I can't believe they haven't like implemented something that's like.
Personally, I think Apple's just being a chicken shit because they have the market share. If anybody could unseat Google, it would be them. Whether we want them to or not is a whole nother discussion. They
Yeah.
could. They just won't.
Is there a way I can like send this to the Mac without having to use AirDrop? Because I don't have AirDrop. Because I don't have an Apple.
You could message it to drunkfix at Gmail.
Microsoft released an AI chip today. Not today, but it was Microsoft Ignite 2023 is event. Or maybe you can look it up. Everything announced at Microsoft Ignite 2023. They released a CPU specific for AI stuff.
So everybody is making AI CPUs now.
They are. I've never heard of Microsoft though. They're like this, and the only reason I'm bringing it up is because they're like, this can help you communicate with Bing faster. And I'm like, who the fuck uses Bing?
They got rid of Bing Chat Enterprise.
Yep.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It's now Auto Copilot.
Yeah,
Bing Chat is now Copilot.
just Copilot.
There have been so many ads for Copilot on my.
I still don't
Everything.
fully understand what Copilot is. Also, we've bitched before about Microsoft renaming shit. Did you know they renamed Yammer to Viva? Why? I don't know. They just keep coming up with these asinine names for things and then just changing them randomly.
Okay, it kind of reminds me of like, have you seen the thing where like, you know, Mr. Beast is?
Yeah.
There is a thing where Mr. Beast will change his YouTube thumbnail 3,000 times over a 24-hour period to guarantee that more people are clicking on it. There's like a time lapse somebody did that shows it. Is that what Microsoft's doing? Where they're like, this name's not getting enough fucking.
But what is changing the
People?
image going to do?
I don't know. The image is more like new or more better, more interesting than the last one, so people are gonna click on it. Like, what's this? This is new. People like new things. Is it the attention span?
Maybe.
People don't have an attention span anymore. Look, guys, this is new and shiny. It's the same thing, but it's new. We changed the name.
I still don't fully understand what Copilot is, though.
Isn't it just like a fucking ChatGPT add-on where you can just be like,
But for like everything Microsoft.
hey, how high is Mount Everest, idiot? And then it puts it into
But they're
your
saying
fucking
they're
Word doc.
integrating it into like admin panel shit too, which means are you going to be like,
Hey,
hey AI,
take away this guy's credentials, idiot, and it's boom, done.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's scary.
I don't want ChatGPT mistakes all up in my admin panel. I don't even know how to navigate the admin panel because fucking shit keeps changing.
Maybe that's their solution. Maybe they can rename anything
there's
they
just
want.
no admin panel. You just talk to something.
Yeah,
Hey, do this thing. I can get down with that.
I
And if
can-
it fucks up, it's Microsoft's fault because it
Terrifying.
was their fucking admin panel. ChatGPT, whatever the fuck it's called. Copilot?
Copilot.
What about Autopilot? You got Copilot, you got Autopilot.
There's Azure AI Studio, streamlining generative AI operations in Azure.
In what?
Oh, here it is. New Azure chips for enterprise AI workloads.
So I'm guessing it's server chips, right?
Well, it says Azure. I'm assuming it's in the cloud. They're probably not going to sell it.
Oh, these aren't actual chips that you can buy for your
Azure.
computer? So basically they're designing their own chips for their own
So they have
servers?
Azure Maya, whatever.
Dude,
those are
whoever at
the
Microsoft
chips
is in
Azure.
charge of the naming, can somebody please shoot them
but they have Azure Cobalt for general workloads. But it's all Azure branded, which to me implies it's going to be in the cloud,
Yeah.
which means you can't go buy a Microsoft chip.
Well, the stupid video I saw, the guy literally held up a chip.
Well, that could be a chip they're putting in
Well,
there.
no shit. But the way they made it seem is like, I was like, oh, cool.
Oh, this is kind of cool, though.
Yeah, using generative AI for knowledge management? What? Microsoft's Viva Engage Enterprise.
What is that? They have so much stuff, dude. I can't navigate. I cannot navigate their fucking... Dude, it's so confusing. I can't...
Oh! Did you hear the other thing they announced?
Is it going to piss me off?
Probably.
What?
Windows is now an app on iOS.
What? What?
Yeah, so that was on my list of notes for today because it is literally an app. Welcome to the Windows app. And all it is it streamlines access to remote desktop, Azure Virtual Desktop, Windows 365, Microsoft DevBox, and online remote desktop servers.
It's just like a sandbox Windows?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
But it's not available on Android.
Oh, darn. Darn. What is-
Yeah, it does support multiple monitors and other devices like printers, just like remote desktop.
What is Microsoft doing, man?
I don't know.
They are so unhinged. It doesn't make
They're
any sense.
really
I can't...
diving into Windows as a service where they want the
Yet-
entire OS online.
Yet, they've moved away from Windows as a service because it didn't work out. So
Right.
now there's a new version of Windows.
It almost seems like they have decided that it didn't work, not because of their own incompetence, but because we like our phones better. So they're going to make a phone app that does what they want.
Maybe you should have stuck with the fucking Windows Phone OS when you had one.
Yeah, well, that would have fixed the whole problem.
They literally had a device, like phone, tablet version of Windows they were working on, and they gave up because the stupid Duo didn't do well.
It's just too hard.
I don't understand what's going on. Who is in charge of this stuff?
It's still that Nutella, whatever his name is.
I have no idea.
I don't remember his name. It's hard to say, and I'm not good at
Look,
foreign
I
names.
love cloud service managed Windows. If they could just get their shit together, it's so. I can't even look up like how-tos on like Azure management stuff because they change it so much. The instructions no longer apply to the
Unless
actual.
you go to their instructions. You have to go to their
No,
stuff.
I have come across Windows, Microsoft instructions that were out of date. I swear to God. It's like-
their knowledge base people aren't keeping up with the people that are developing
I
shit.
am not. I'm not lying. I've gone and it's like, oh yeah, just go to this and then click on this. I
and
go
it
to
doesn't
this
exist.
and there's nothing to click on. It's gone. It's become something else. They just haven't updated their documentation on it. Like if they could keep up with the documentation, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, and like I literally have to like do searches and then add 2023 to the end of my search because I'll get shit that's like a couple years out of date and no longer applies. It
Yeah.
drives me fucking insane, dude.
Me too.
Like, are we just in some weird transitional phase between like
Well, a
hybrid
transition
environments and
a transition
but-
phase assumes that there's a final product they're going for. Like Apple, I would argue, is at a transition phase between having iOS and macOS, and that eventually they're going to be one OS.
They've been saying that forever.
They haven't said that. They won't admit it.
I thought
But every year we get a new Mac OS with more cross compatibility and
I thought
features from iOS.
I could have sworn I heard that, like,
You heard it from me. I've been saying it for years, and I told Andy that
one of
too.
these days, guys, it's gonna be a single OS.
And now every time it comes out, a new OS comes out, and they have more features from iOS. I'm like, Andy, I told you.
But did I could have sworn I heard you or somebody being like, yeah, this Apple device, it literally runs Mac OS.
Yeah, the new M series Apple Silicon will run iOS apps. The only limitation is the developer. If they don't allow you to run it on a Mac, then you can't run it on a Mac. And there used to be ways around it, but then they patched them. And I don't know. Recently, I haven't looked with Sonoma coming out, but
Yeah, this is what Microsoft could have had with their Windows X or whatever the hell it was for the phone. Like it could have ran both desktop and blah 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 apps. Not Windows RT because that was a fucking failure.
right.
With whatever the hell that was, we were gonna run
But
like
they're still going down that ARM path, which is fine because overall, ARM chips do outperform. But
they'd have to commit to it.
they won't.
They're
They
gonna
won't commit to
half-ass it and then have all these compatibility issues. You can't.
Mhm.
That Windows RT was like, I never used it.
I did.
The idea of it,
Nothing ran on it.
The idea of it gave me a headache. I'm like, wait, I can have Windows, but I can't run any fucking exe. Fucking
But it'll look like
x86.
Windows.
That's all it was. It was a sham of Windows. It ran store
sham.
apps, but dude, they had to be like specific. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
Like, where did this bullshit, man? Like,
it is.
what was the original argument here? Oh, those AI chips.
Yeah.
Like, okay, more AI stuff, but
But we
have
forget
my-
it's AI, not AI.
no, right.
Because it really isn't.
We've talked about AI has
Intelligence.
gotten worse.
Yeah,
So I'm not very excited about having more AI.
right.
Like, what's the benefit? Is Copilot?
Well, I mean, our argument that AI has gotten worse is primarily based on the fact that ChatGPT has gotten worse. Excuse
yeah,
me.
but isn't all AI like some
But
based
not-
on ChatGPT?
Not all of it, but it's the most popular and it's the most widely used. It's the one that Microsoft has invested so much in. But we know ChatGPT hasn't been updated since 2021.
Didn't I sign up for Bing Chat GPT like
Uh-huh.
forever ago?
Uh-huh.
Did I ever get accepted into it?
I don't know.
I don't think I ever got a
But that's kind of the thing, though. Like, ChatGPT hasn't been trained on anything new past 2021.
Right, we talked about that.
So
it's like a limitation.
yeah, I mean, do
But
we
it's-
want to open it up to the entire internet? Probably not.
No, because then you get
We've seen that happen, like
Nazi pilot.
Tay and somebody shut down their AI the other day. Was it Steam?
Steam had AI.
Somebody shut down their AI, and it was a gaming company of some sort, and I forget what it was.
I've seen people.
Oh, Discord.
Discord had an AI.
They had an AI chat called Clyde, and they're shutting it down, but they gave no reason why.
Got too racist. That's immediately what you think of.
Especially on
Got
Discord.
a little too racist, little too Hitlery for us, so we had to get rid of it. What I still see no good freaking use for AI. Dude. I've stopped using ChatGPT at work. I'm like, now that I'm like in like the mix, I got the ticketing system set up,
Yeah.
and I'm starting to like deal with problems. I'm like, I don't need ChatGPT. I can like
Do it your way.
do it my way. I can like, I guess I was kind of out of. Cause remember, I wasn't really like in IT.
Right, you were basically just a glorified data entry person.
Exactly.
Which was bullshit.
And so when I started on my job, like I was kind of like
A little out of practice.
out of practice. I didn't know where to go to find stuff. I remember we were talking about how like you couldn't search up error codes like
Yeah.
you used to because like everything's become Reddit, and then Reddit was having that problem where they all went private. You couldn't
Right.
search anything, and like the basic internet does not do error codes. And so I've gotten to the point where like I think I've figured out how to like type searches so they get me what I need.
Yeah.
And
But even though
so I haven't needed to
it
use
seems like
ChatGPT.
most of the useful stuff I'm finding on the internet is years old at this point. Like
Yeah, well, that's my problem. Is years old sucks when you're dealing with Microsoft.
right. And
Like-
you're better off just figuring it out on your own.
I had a user that
Like-
wanted to. My job needs some sort of solution for their document management. There's like multiple sites, like accounting, different locations, New Orleans, San Francisco, like all these, and they all like manage ships. They manage ship data. Like, helping people in the ocean find like ports, services in ports, shit like that. I don't know how it works. I need to take a deep dive into how it works. 'Cause that might help my job a lot.
Yeah. Usually getting familiar with the business helps.
It does, and I was literally thinking about that today because someone's like, so accounting like will generate a folder for a new ship, which is basically a new company coming in to us, and I want to take that folder that accounting generates and then mirror that to a folder we have because we're two separate SharePoints. So I'm like, why don't you just use shortcuts? You have access to both SharePoints. Why not just create a shortcut of the folder? He wants to set up some sort of mirroring thing, and I'm looking it up, and I'm like, if I set up mirroring within SharePoint, it's going to be so convoluted to set it up because you got to use Power Automate, and then there's going to be issues with syncing if two people change a file at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to automatically, merge them. You're going to end up with errors. So
Right.
I'm like, dude, just take a shortcut from the accounting, put it in yours, and they can click on that and get right to the accounting folder. You guys got to work out the same folder.
Right.
We can't be like
Having
mirroring.
2 copies of the same file is a terrible idea.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Because then you got to deal with versioning issues.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's some sort of software solution. I feel like my
Sounds like you have a culture problem in your employer. It sounds like there's a culture of we've always done it this way, which is the worst possible thing for IT to hear.
they've literally always done it using on-premise file servers until now.
I don't allow people to use the word. Well, we've always done it that way around me. I'm like, well, that's great. We're not doing it that way anymore.
Well, no. the problem is we've always done it this way and it doesn't work. What's another way?
But then they don't want to change enough for you to implement
the
that
solution
way.
to the problem is a shortcut.
Right.
You got to work out of separate folders, but you can use a shortcut so you can get to the data quickly.
Right.
And his idea is to just make less clicks. We don't need to go folder to folder to folder. If we just have a shortcut to the folder within the folder,
shortcut makes even less clicks. Like,
exactly.
That's the
Well, that's what I
easiest.
said today. I'm like, I looked up mirroring. It's a nightmare.
It's
and
doable. Yeah, I mean,
and we're
it's
going to have
just-
to do it with every new ship we bring on. That's another thing we got to set up mirroring for. It's another thing.
You could always go back to on-premise servers and have DFS file system set up, and then
There you go.
you'll be good. Yeah.
So what I'm getting at is my job. Like, I think we're getting to a point where using SharePoint is not enough.
SharePoint should have been killed 10 years ago. Never should have been.
They're
pushed
just
to the
using
cloud.
SharePoint the way we use file servers at this point.
Basically.
Like, nobody's really utilizing SharePoint for the way it's meant to be utilized.
They are
It's just
literally
glorified storage.
It's literally the back end to OneDrive and nothing more,
Exactly.
and it's terrible. So you need to just get rid of it.
What do you suggest in replace of that?
OneDrive.
Just OneDrive?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome because people that don't get the difference between SharePoint and OneDrive. Like, they're just like,
So just get rid of one.
If I change something in SharePoint, is it going to affect this thing in my OneDrive? Like, yes.
Yes. So
That's
simplify.
how it works. It's
So
the
simplify.
same thing.
Just call it
Yeah.
OneDrive Web or something. Like
No, don't tell Microsoft to change the name again, Rich. Please. Jesus Christ.
remember, it used to be SkyDrive, and then they got sued.
By Sky, the people that copywrote the word Sky. What was it, Skybox?
I don't
I
remember.
think it was Skybox.
That's so
like,
funny.
What was it? It was like a TV thing, wasn't it?
I don't. Yeah, I think so.
I think it was like a TV streaming thing. Yeah, I agree. SharePoint has a lot of cool stuff in it. Like, you got groups, and you can create like home pages and like shortcut. You do all this cool stuff in SharePoint. Nobody uses it.
No one uses it, and nobody
Nobody knows how to use
who
it.
does use it even utilizes it to half of its capacity.
If we basically told our users that SharePoint didn't exist, if you had a drive, you just linked it to OneDrive.
Yeah, it really just should
and just
have
treated
never.
it like a file server.
Right.
It would probably work just the way it had been working. Up
Which
to
is
this
how
point.
I'm using it, basically. I have, it's just a back end of my OneDrive. Like, I have libraries set up in SharePoint,
My daughter needs to take her medicine.
and then she might be watching. Just tell her to take her medicine.
Bitch, take your medicine.
Anyways, SharePoint should never have made it to the 365 ecosystem. It should have just been OneDrive.
I've never used it when it was an on-premise thing.
I did, and it was better, I think, on premise. But
Hey,
Hey,
take your medicine.
okay, I was just about to. I saw that it was 7.
Okay, good. You're on my show. You want to say anything?
Hi.
Okay. All right, then.
all right.
Thanks for being on the show. We're so happy to have you here.
So, woman of many
Bye.
words, just like you.
What?
A woman of many words, just like you.
Hi.
Hi.
I like SharePoint. I like Power Apps, Power Automate. All that stuff's awesome. I don't have enough time in my day to do that stuff because I'm like doing help desk stuff.
Yeah.
I can do so much cool stuff in my job if like I was like able to focus on it. Like I'm barely getting Intune autopilot set up, which is freaking awesome. Like
Yeah.
you showed me a ton of stuff. I think since the last episode we never talked about it.
Yeah, we spent a whole day just doing
Rich and I
online.
took time, worked on it, and like I've started to like I understand it now. Like I'm starting to get stuff sent out. The only thing I have not been able to deploy is fucking Adobe Reader.
And I got that working on mine. I can help you with that.
Yeah,
But
that'd
the
be
other Adobe products are just not worth messing with. On
Oh, we don't
Intune.
use them. Just
Yeah.
Adobe Reader. That's it.
Yeah, Reader's pretty easy to do. I actually do have to say something good about Microsoft though. Mac OS management, they got right. Finally.
I didn't know they managed Mac OS.
So yeah, you can manage Mac and iOS and Android.
Oh, I guess yeah.
Everything
I've
all
seen that
in
in
Intune.
Intune.
And it is good, like really good. You enroll a computer, and as soon as you log in the first time, all your apps start installing. They're easy to see. It's easy to use. It's quick. I have no complaints about their Mac management. Now, their Windows management, they did a whole lot of work to keep cross-compatibility with on-premise and old systems.
That is
And
Microsoft's
that's our
down.
problem.
Microsoft needs to stop trying to hold on to the past. There needs to be a cutoff. The NetBIOS naming convention, the 15 character limit.
It's still a limit, but it shouldn't be.
I'm like, I can tell
But
my
that's
I can
exactly
tell my
it.
boss like we're like 100% on autopilot. Everything's perfect, except we still have to manually rename the computers to meet our setup, like what we use to name the computers. It's
Right.
bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm now looking at like using Intune to deploy like a PowerShell thing that'll rename the computer.
Right.
For each computer, I have to program that.
So I wrote a script. I haven't implemented it in production yet, but I wrote a script that would take the IP address of the local computer, see the subnet octet,
No.
and then name the computer appropriately based on what building it was in. I haven't implemented it yet, but that is like the
That's-
best thing I've ever found.
That's what I
Like,
need. I need to name it. I need to find the user's department, the user's name.
And all of that could
That's
be
it.
pulled.
That's all I need to find.
All of that can be pulled from
Ex-
Active Directory.
exactly.
Or I'm sorry, Entra ID.
Oh my god.
We've been calling it Active Directory for 30 years, but let's rename it.
Entra.
It doesn't even make sense.
What
What is Entra? We're entering something. What are we entering?
I've used that as a whole goddamn different concept.
Entering Bill Gates' ass.
Dude, I can't. Everything is not in one location. It's like
I truly like.
do I want to see the MFA status of an employee? Oh well, you got to go to Entra. And look up the all users and find the person and see their MFA. You can't see it in
And it's different in different places. That's the worst
Yes!
part. Like, I can go in to the admin panel, admin.microsoft, and I can assign a profile to a device super easily.
yeah.
But I can't do it as easily on the other side, on the Intune endpoint management page. And it's really frustrating because if I want to assign an autopilot profile to like a kiosk device, I have to either set up dynamic rules to make that happen and wait an hour, or I'm sorry,
In
Azure Minute.
Azure Minute, yeah. I've learned about this recently.
Or I just go to the admin panel, and in 2 seconds it's changed. And then, it does take like another half a Azure Minute to get
Right.
it to populate. But at least it's done, and I know it's done. So why can't I just do it in both places? What is so different? Doesn't make any sense.
And I don't know if they're always changing things, if they're trying to like condense this all into one panel. Like I should be able to pull up a device and access any of the settings.
You would think.
I shouldn't have to go to another section
And see,
for
you
that
weren't,
device.
and you weren't using their online stuff as much back when it was real bad. But when they first started doing,
It was
like,
worse.
when they started doing like ATP Defender, like there was 3 separate security panels that you had to go to for 3 different things, and it was a pain in the ass. They finally merged them all, but it took years.
Yeah.
Years.
That's what I don't understand it because it's not intuitive. There's nothing intuitive about using the admin panels in Microsoft. And Andy sent me the shortcut list.
Yeah.
That's overwhelming. There's so many fucking links. It shouldn't be like this. You should be able to click on a single user, device, policy, anything, and see everything about it.
You should.
You shouldn't have to back out, go to something else.
Most of IT is about finding a single pane of glass, and Microsoft is not following that trend.
No, there's rows of panes of glass.
Rose.
Oh my god.
It's a glass building.
It's no, I can't. It's so frustrating because it's just like you can't, unless you've memorized it. It's fucking impossible.
Even memorizing it,
Just
like,
to get-
if it's something you don't use all the
The
time, like,
configuration policies for me, like, took me forever to know. Oh, I gotta go to endpoint management, devices, Windows devices, endpoint or
yeah.
configuration policies.
Well, like, if you don't use it all the time, like you get rusty, and like,
No, yeah.
so we have Macs, but we don't have very many, and we don't manage them very much because they're.
I feel like configuration policies
Simple.
should have their own, like, it should be there because it's something that affects all devices.
Right.
I shouldn't have to configuration.
And in most things, you could do that. You could just go to the heading.
It's like
And
going
it'll
to
show
group
them all.
policy manager.
But yeah.
like you don't have to go through like a bunch of different shit to get the group policy manager if you're on like a on site.
And I could argue too that older on-premise solutions like group policy management and stuff were more understandable by the layman.
It was a nice tree before it. That's what it was.
Yeah. Well, here's maybe this is the problem. And no, this is not
It's
the
no
problem.
longer a tree.
This is not the problem. This is a Microsoft issue. But maybe we're the only ones complaining about it because of that thing we talked about a couple shows ago where the Gen Z doesn't understand how file systems work. They don't understand file trees.
Are they programming?
So maybe they're programming it based on their current user base, which is not us old people. It's
No, we're still, dude. We're all of us old people are still in IT. We haven't been replaced yet. I don't think
Yeah.
there's any Gen Z.
ChatGPT's
IT
coming for your job.
Good job, man. I don't think
They
there's any
took our
Gen Z IT
job.
managers yet. Right? I don't think so. I've seen a lot of funny videos on what it would be like to have a Gen Z manager.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. I'm not gonna do any impressions, but no, like, I still think the people that are in charge of IT right now are our age. Like, we're the new gen that's taken over for the old fucking farts and boomers, Gen Xers. Like, I don't understand why it's like this. Or are we the people in charge? They're just so fucking.
I want to know what we need to know.
The
to
fuck is
solve
an
this-
electromagnetic molecular
Can we
interference
wait? Can we-
antifreeze.
Can we get to that?
Okay, sorry.
What we need to know is what Microsoft is using as their research to make changes.
They're obviously not listening to feedback. If they made that public, that'd be-
Unless their feedback is coming just from Gen Z, maybe.
Can you make it more complicated so I don't know where the fuck I am at any period? Dude, I have like tabs open, tabs and tabs and tabs of different admin panels,
3?
and I don't know what's which, so I close everything and start from scratch because it's so fucking like overwhelming.
3 of my tabs that I always have open are my Endpoint Manager, my Google Admin Panel, and then my Microsoft admin panel. Always. I always need them.
I have admin panel and I have endpoint management.
Well, you don't use Google Workspace.
No, I don't.
So.
But I also have several because I have like Intra and then I have fucking
Well, yeah, because you're all cloud, so you can't manage it on
Teams.
premise.
I have Teams groups and then I have another one for like users.
It's a nightmare.
Dude, I hate it. I hate it.
So if you're really interested,
Yeah. Oh, look, an electromagnetic molecular interference antifreeze snow removal. This sounds like tinfoil hat shit, Rich.
it does, but it's something you put in your car, and you just
Creates a bubble around your car.
You just sit it in your car, and it will melt the snow for you.
What is it powered by, Rich?
The sun.
Does it got
No external power supplies. It has a solar panel on top.
that tiny solar panel?
And
is
you put it
gonna-
on your dashboard, and it uses molecular interference to melt the snow.
I
on
know.
the
I've never
outside
heard
the
of that.
car.
What is molecular interference?
I have no idea.
Where did you see this?
I don't remember. It was some website I was on,
Oh my god!
and I was like, "This is crazy. Let's see if it tells us." Look at this.
Whoa! Look at that! Whoa!
Whoa!
That's like some Star Trek shit.
The climate problem is getting worse.
Please prefer in front of the. I can't talk.
Yeah.
I was drinking way before the show started because we took so long setting up our. What? It's on Mars.
It's
on
on
fucking
Mars.
dude.
Oh, it's the technology they use on the Perseverance rover.
Oh, that's how they keep the snow off of the fucking rover on Mars because it snows so much on Mars.
Molecular interference. So now I need to know how it works because this is going to drive me crazy.
Dude.
Let's see.
They told you it uses electromagnetic molecular interference.
Right. It's in
To-
the name.
Oh, before after. That's all you need to see.
Composite
Before, after.
frequency band and active electrons. The ice and snow on the car body quickly melt. Even if the car is exposed to blizzard environment for a long time, it will not be frozen or covered by snow at all.
Can we find some product reviews on this? I don't think they're going to be in the favor of this device
You
if
don't
they're
think?
not bought and paid for. Why does it look like Tony Stark's chess piece? Like it's like no external power. It's on Amazon.
Yeah.
All right, we'll buy one. I'll buy one.
I wonder what the Amazon reviews are. Let's look.
2 stars. It's got 2 stars.
$8.99.
What? All right, I'm buying that. I'm gonna buy that. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Let's see here.
Reviews.
Go to reviews.
2.0 out of 5.
Doesn't do shit.
69%. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Do not buy.
I'm buying it for
There is-
$8.99.
There's not one review on this that says it works. That's because it doesn't. It's a scam and should not be sold on Amazon. Comes from China, not California.
Well, that is that a reason to give it a negative?
This whole product is supposed to be a defroster, and it doesn't do anything but be a nasty smelling air freshener. The wooden disc they send with it is
I
disgusting.
gotta buy it. Dude, it's $8.99. What is it called again? Electromagnetic car snow remover. Wow, look.
It spins fragrance.
Oh, wait, what? $19? $19?
I found it for $9.99
Where?
on Amazon.
Oh, wait, 2024.
Oh, it's a 2-pack.
Yeah, what? How do you get... Why is the name so long? I'm not typing that in. Electromagnetic molecular interference. I can't even say that if I was sober.
I bet you your dictation could work.
Not if I'm drunk.
Well.
Oh,
But at the end here, it says de-icing instrument, comma, car diffuser for essential oils.
how did you come across this?
I honestly don't remember.
Is this here? Portable car diffusers for essential oils. So is this like a holistic way to like clear the snow off your car?
There's just going to be so much essential oil in the air. It's just going to melt.
The aura around your car is going to like melt the shit out of that snow. You're done.
Oh my god.
It takes little discs. How is this legal?
It's probably not. It's probably just something that nobody's caught on to
Dude.
yet.
There were I'm looking right now. There's so many on Amazon
Wow.
of the same
And
bullshit.
they're all different prices too.
Yeah, it's the same picture, the same product, different prices.
$8.99 for the one I found, and then they're like upwards of $50 in other places.
Like, this is bullshit. Like, Amazon, you're billions of dollars a year, and you can't fucking crack down on, like, 400 bought in the past month
Oh my god.
at $20. Jesus Christ, we should start selling these.
We should buy them for $8.99, sell them for $20.
Exactly, dude.
Profit.
That's the problem with Amazon, is all these people are, like, drop shipping and like, whatever drop shipping is. Is it just buying shit for cheap and then reselling it on Amazon?
But you don't buy it first. You buy it once you get the order, and then they ship it.
Oh, so you set
them.
up something where they buy it, but they're really buying it at the higher price or the lower price?
They buy it from you at a higher price,
And
and
then you
then
send
you
the
place
thing.
the order and
Yeah.
drop ship it to them.
You see all these videos where it's like, have you? I see videos of people being like, I make $3,000 a month setting up a drop shipping shop. Maybe we should do that, Rich.
Yeah. I can't talk about it on the air.
Oh, damn. Child trafficking.
No, nothing like that. Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
I think we talked about this on the show, which is the only reason I put it on the notes.
I can get 3 for $20.
Nice.
It's
You can get 4 for $18 though. If you
every single entry says it's a defroster, electromagnetic molecular interference, antifreeze snow removal. In the end, it says 4 essential oils. Every single title. Is
They'll
this
probably
like-
just add that in and be like, "Well, I didn't know what those words meant. I just put diffuser."
Do you remember eBay back in the day where people
yeah.
were getting away selling a box for
A box.
an Xbox?
Yeah.
And they're just like, they would just cleverly type up the title, but it was like, brand new Xbox 2003, whatever, like, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, they put box.
Box only.
And then, yeah, exactly. And people get away with it. Like,
Yep.
what the
It said box only, dumbass.
Bro, it was in the, no, or it didn't even say
You
in the
thought
title.
you were getting a $20 Xbox?
It
Come
didn't
on.
say it was in the title. It was actually in the longer description. And
Yeah.
when we read the description,
Right.
dude, like, fucking, hey, man. Like,
So I think we talked about this before on the show, but it's something that's really been bothering me lately.
oh, me too. Me too.
So
Me too.
We live in a state where they don't allow servers to be paid less than minimum wage and then earn tips to make a living.
So
It's
they
not-
are making more than minimum wage.
Yes, everybody here in this
Oh my
state
God.
is making more than minimum wage. And our minimum wage is also double the federal minimum wage and then some.
Yeah.
It's really
to the
high.
point where I'm like, I need a raise.
Right. However, every fucking store now have these tip screens. And, like, you go to a drive-thru and they give you a fucking tablet that you bring in your car and you have to tip. And
You can actually bring it into the privacy of your car.
yeah.
I do it when I'm at Starbucks, and they're like, here, you can push a button. And they stare at you. And I'm like, no
Zero.
Tip, no tip. Sorry, you're fucking just working a goddamn drive.
If I get fantastic service, I will leave a tip.
Yeah, but at a drive-thru, how fantastic could it be? dude?
Exactly.
They gave me a straw.
I mobile ordered, so there was no even. I want a large coffee. I already got my order in
if the
without talking
if
to
the
them.
coffee was fucking delicious,
The coffee's cold.
I could tip afterwards. I could see that. Maybe if the coffee was like above, like,
Yeah,
I've never had a coffee this good.
go put
I'm
a
gonna
buck in
try-
the cup. You
Yeah.
know? But but this is everywhere. Like places where you traditionally we don't tip. Like
Anxiety inducing. Yes. This
yes,
used to be
because then you feel like you're being judged if you say no. I'm not tipping you because I know you
because
make.
they're watching.
Yes.
Because it's right in your face.
It's ridiculous. I
What
don't
happened to the-
care
What
because
happened
I'm.
to the tip jar?
I am still gonna put 0, even if you put it in my face, and even if you stare at me with your puppy dog eyes. I'm
You're
gonna
just
put
gonna
0.
fucking dead eye him, stare him right in the face, and be like,
Boom.
0, bitch.
But it's not because I hate them or
No, because it's mandatory.
it's because
You
it's
have
mandatory.
to do it.
Like,
Like,
yeah, I
you
don't.
can't just you did great service. Here's a tip. And look, dude,
And I've always been a firm believer, and I still am to this day, that a employer has a responsibility to pay a livable wage to their
Yes.
employees, and if they are not, and they are expecting us to pick up the slack by
to
tipping
fucking
them,
subsidize their wages.
yeah,
basically.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Pay them a good wage, or they'll go somewhere else when everyone stops tipping. That's what's gonna happen.
I get, going elsewhere is fine, but I guess like not tipping them is just fucking them over because
No, not
you're
here.
still paying for
Not
the meal.
here. In some places, it is.
Yeah.
You go to anywhere where they still allow that $3 an hour or whatever the fuck it
Oh
is.
my fucking god! Yeah, New Hampshire. Back in New
Yeah.
Hampshire,
Oh.
like I would tip if I went to Dunkin's. I go to Dunkin's.
Fucking
to get
Dunkin's.
my fucking coffee in the morning.
Whoa!
Drizzle.
What, Drizzle showed up.
Drizzle showed up.
Damn, bro, we're like done.
No, we're not. You still haven't even gone on your rant
Oh,
yet.
I'm like, we've been going for so long. I'm gonna push that off for another video.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it's too
Okay.
long. Unless Drizzle wants to hear me rant about Modern Warfare 3.
We're an hour and 10 minutes in.
Yeah,
so
it's too long. We don't want to go too
we'll
long.
do a coffee chat. We've been wanting to do
I
one
don't know
anyway.
about that. What was the thing? Oh,
Tips.
Dunkin's. They have the fucking fishbowl out, and
Yeah.
yeah, if I'm like, I got extra change. Here you go.
Or
What
if
the fuck?
or if the service is great, like
Yeah.
I will tip, and I will leave
But
a
if I'm
good
in
tip.
the drive-through, paying with a credit card, nobody has like done anything for me other than take my order, and they give me that stupid thing, and it's like,
Yeah.
first screen, you gonna tip us?
Yeah.
Fuck no.
And then like
And I feel guilty every time I push no because they're looking at me while I'm pushing. I'm like,
and as we move to a more and more of a self-service culture, what are they doing to earn that tip? The tip is supposed to be earned.
they
based
shouldn't
on
have to
good-
earn the tip.
They shouldn't.
They
I
should
agree.
Get paid enough.
I agree. I already said that though. But I'm saying that said,
A tip in the tip means like a gratuity. Like this is more than you deserve. The fact that they're paying a lot, but they're making enough here.
right.
That's the problem.
Right. But not everybody knows that. I mean, I lived here for 2 years before I learned that.
Yeah.
And you just learned it tonight.
Yeah, but they're giving me like what, $20 an hour fucking working these jobs, right? They
Right.
just had that thing. What was that thing? That
What
like,
thing?
strike or the thing? I thought they just raised the minimum wage. Something
They did.
happened.
They did. It went up to like 16 something an hour.
That's crazy, dude.
I know.
I wish I could have made that much, but I was.
But
making,
it's
like,
it's the employer's responsibility to pay
$7-8
them.
an hour back when I was like working those type of jobs
Yeah.
and shit. Like a tip would have made a huge deal. Like
I remember
and
making
you can't live off $16 an hour.
making $5.15 an hour.
What?
Yes.
Where?
In New Hampshire.
Pizza?
No.
Delivery? No.
Retail. $5.15 an hour. And
When the hell? What year was this?
2000. And well, the federal minimum wage was $5.25, but I got $5.15 because I was part-time technically.
Was it
So-
Radio Shack?
Yeah.
My fucking god, dude, that's fucking so sad.
I literally brought home like $180 a week.
How the hell?
Well, it was also the year 2000 before, you know.
There's no way 150 a week's getting you an apartment in 2000. Dude, like, what was our rent? Like 700 back then?
Yeah, my rent was about 700.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that's why I've always done side jobs and shit my whole life because
You're tipping
nobody
them for doing their
nobody
job.
pays a minimum wage that is a
Texas.
livable wage.
Texas, they're definitely paying minimum. The
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
bare bottom. I
Bare
feel bad
bottom.
for people working in Texas.
For real.
Tipflation, is that what they're calling it?
Tipflation, yeah.
Just because you're asking me for more tips isn't
Well,
tipflation.
I mean, here's a good
I
example.
guess it is 'cause
You
you're asking me for more
do-
tips.
You DoorDash occasionally, so you know what it's like. You order DoorDash and like a $10 meal turns into a $30 meal. Not just because of DoorDash's fees, but also because they automatically force you to tip.
No, and none of those fees. Why does it cost $15 to $20 in fees? That's not going to the driver. What are those fees for? They didn't say delivery fee. $15.
Well, First off,
That's just your fee.
some companies lie, and those fees do go to the driver.
What?
Papa John's is one of them. They tell you that delivery fee, none of it goes to the driver, but 100% of it goes to the driver.
Okay, I'm talking about like Uber Eats or
Yeah.
DoorDash.
Those fees
Like,
are for the platform.
that seems like a
You're-
Papa
you're
John's problem.
paying for the development of their app and,
Fuck
and
that
the,
shit,
the
dude.
infrastructure. And
Dude, I can't even. I'm glad. Like,
I'm
glad I
fine
started
with
doing-
paying like $1 or $2 for a fee, but yeah, infrastructure costs. But
When
and I want to pay.
your $15 order comes to $75.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And then
Yeah.
you want a tip on top of that?
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's
that
screwing
just
over
screws
drivers.
the drivers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Doesn't screw
I'm making-
DoorDash. Doesn't
I'm
screw
already
you.
at like $60 and I'm only ordering food for one person.
Mhm.
Like, fuck you, I'm not paying the tip, and I feel bad. I'm like, I
And
gotta
then you
pay a
feel
tip.
bad, right.
So now I'm paying $75 to $80 for goddamn food I could have gotten for like $20. Like, it's
And see, the
bullshit.
gig workers are the ones they can still take advantage of because they're not required to pay a minimum wage because they're contractors. So
the contractor shit gets me, dude.
yeah,
Like,
now like
You're-
and you got companies like Papa John's that are now using DoorDash to deliver pizza. So the drivers that used to get paid are no longer getting paid because they're relying on gig workers.
Mhm.
And then when you don't tip because it's fucking
gig
$60,
workers is equivalent to slave labor. It's basically fuck you. We don't have to give you steady hours. We don't have to give you insurance. We can fire
there
you
was
at
a
any
time.
point.
There was a time when gig work first started
Bubble came out of my mouth.
that it was lucrative. I made a lot of money driving Uber and driving Lyft and driving DoorDash. And
I was able to make my like almost $800 a week doing Lyft
yeah,
when COVID.
but that was 2 years ago plus, and now everything's not worth it. Like I can't just DoorDash on the side for some extra cash because I'll make like $10.
Yeah, but you're also on this island that's like not
even off
very-
the island because I've done it off the island.
Really?
Yep.
I don't know. Go to Seattle and try it.
Yeah.
Have you?
I haven't gone that far, but
Oh, like
because then you got to figure in the gas
people-
to get
oh my
there.
God.
You know.
ordering on this island sucks because maybe at night you get a good. Someone will obviously come at night, but like I'll order something early in the morning, and it'll be somebody like Anacortes
See,
or something.
if I order,
and I'll watch them, and my meal will arrive cold because it's taking them an hour and a half
oh my
to
god,
get to the store and then get the food to me.
I did.
I'm like, And you can't complain. They'll just be like, "Whatever, fuck you." You complain.
I
too
do
many
the
times.
Walmart delivery for my groceries.
Yeah, that's
and if I do it past a certain time, it won't come. And the store will be calling me like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have any delivery drivers." But they use a third party. It's not Walmart delivering.
Yeah.
It's a gig worker.
So they don't need gig workers to use.
It's ridiculous. Well, no, because who wants to gig work if you're not making any money anymore?
Exactly.
So
It's capitalism, bro. They just don't have enough fucking.
it's
Nobody's making
capitalism, but
We're
it's
just gonna squeeze as much as we can and pay as little as we
It's-
can until
it's
it
not
breaks.
it's not true capitalism though. It's capitalism at its worst. It's
yeah.
capitalism that is
You think I
fucking
meant
over the
capitalism
working
at its
man.
best when I said
No,
that?
no.
It's bullshit, man. It's
But-
fucking.
I will
Fucked.
not. I will not tip unless I get fantastic service. And
Okay, so what about
end of story.
you don't do Uber Eats and stuff?
No.
But what if
Dude,
you did? Like you won't know until the food gets
If I
here.
did, I would tip, and that's why I don't do it because I can't afford to tip on top of the fees.
Exactly.
Like it's not affordable for me. I would rather the annoyance of getting in my car and driving somewhere.
I was like literally paying when I first moved here, and I didn't know what was.
Oh my god, you did Uber so much.
$800 a month
It's
in
crazy.
Uber, and I tipped. It
Ugh.
was bullshit. It was like it was
But you
literally
have to.
$75 to $100.
Like, that's the problem is like gig workers do need those tips. Like so I feel guilty not tipping them, so
Like, no shit, and they want you to feel.
so I just
guilty.
don't use the service.
They're like, we don't pay our drivers enough. Give them some money. They
Yeah.
want you to feel bad.
Well, I know some of the services, not all of them, but like DoorDash I think is one of them where they force a minimum tip. You can't do less than like $2 or something. But like Walmart, I could do 0 and then I could
Really?
give cash if I want. Or
Hey Drizzle, how does our audio sound? We've made some audio changes.
I've heard from other viewers that it's good.
What other viewers?
The ones that aren't participating.
Oh, well, I want to know what Drizzle thinks. He's like the OG viewer.
He
so,
is the OG. He is like
So he would like
the
know,
original.
Did we sound better?
original
We
G.
had a compression equalizer. Did we suck?
Sounds great. Look at that.
All right.
If only I could get our fucking chat to be fully on the screen. There we go.
There you go. Yeah,
Anyways, so tipflation.
I'm just mostly pissed about Starbucks tips because every morning I get an iced Americano, and
A lot of Starbucks
they give
locations.
you the thing, and it's like the tip, and I'm like, I don't want to tip you. You haven't done anything.
And here's the best part: Starbucks is a decent employer. They pay for
They got
education.
unions.
They have unions. They are a decent wage for a coffee shop, but they still want tips. And I'd be interested to know somebody
They
who
should've-
works in one of these places if they find it annoying to have to ask.
You want to ask next time we?
I do want to. I want to know.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
Because seriously, like I think back, we both worked retail, we worked fast food, like, and if we had to ask for a tip, I would feel super awkward. Like I always thanked somebody when they tipped
I
me.
guarantee
Like,
they feel just as like awkward doing, and they're not asking. It's asking.
it's forced. Yeah,
It's part of the transaction. Do you want to give a tip,
Yeah.
or do you want to say no?
I've noticed more and more of them just giving me the tablet and then walking away.
I wish they did. They give it and they stand there, and I'm like,
And I think it's because they feel awkward, so they walk away. Like,
I wish they walk away, dude, so much. Like, dude, I don't look, and I can afford $1, but it's just like I shouldn't have to fucking pay extra for coffee, man. Just include it in the price and pay them better.
yes,
Like, don't fucking make it up to me.
all employers need to pay a livable wage. End of story. If we got there, tips wouldn't matter.
Don't get me started on level.
Remember the fact that this is a Western thing anyways. The United States expects that. It's not even a Western thing because I've been to Canada and places that expect tips like strip clubs don't expect tips in Canada.
I've been to a strip club in Canada.
Because I actually had a
was never
conversation
tipped.
with one of them and asked what was appropriate. Well, actually, my friend asked, not me, but
I would say, loser.
I don't talk to people.
Do you accept tips? I can't.
But they
imagine
were
asking
like,
that
they
to
were
a
like, you know,
stripper.
what's customary? Like, what do people tip? And they were like, well, usually the Americans will tip with like a $5 bill because that's the lowest bill they have. Everything lower than that's a $2.
Nobody has a $2
or a
bill, dude.
$1 loony.
$2 bills apparently have like shot up in like
Yeah,
value.
some of them are worth thousands right now.
I've had so many, and I just like whatever.
I
spend
still
them.
have a few,
Oh my god.
but they're probably not worth anything because that's my luck. But anyways,
Probably.
the dollar and the $2 in Canada are coins, so you can't
Yeah.
like slip a coin in a G-string like it's
Put it in
gonna
their
fall.
butt crack.
But yeah, they will do $5 if you're from the United States, but generally Canadians don't tip them. They get paid and they have health insurance. Like that's how it should be.
I feel like this is becoming a political
It
thing
is.
again, Rich.
So let's talk about these new glasses. that
Oh,
work-
new glasses!
They
What-
work with
what do
the
we have?
iPhone 15
Oh
Pro.
my god!
And they create a screen just like every VR system in the world, but they're just glasses.
Haven't we talked about something like this?
We did, but this is a different one.
Oh,
But they look like just big chunky glasses.
they do look like big chunky. Why are
Which-
they not on her face? Why is she holding them down like that? They should be on her face.
Probably too heavy.
They're
they
too
probably don't
fucking
stay.
big.
They don't stay on their own.
Oh my god! I've been seeing the Ray-Ban Meta glasses all over the place.
Really?
Which I think is a cool idea. We
We
talked
did
about
talk
it
about
before.
it. Yeah.
Just being able to film video and shit. Like, that'd be great for thrift shop shit.
It works on the S22 as well.
Well, I got an S23, so I'm fucked.
Well,
It's not gonna work.
probably not. You have to turn off Samsung Dex, which is bullshit.
If we did thrift shop shit instead of walking around with the camera like an asshole,
you
we
could
just
wear
have-
that.
Yeah, but we walk.
So
around
you'd be a glass hole.
You'd have glasses on, sunglasses, which make you look like. Do they have like regular glasses with the camera? Is that just the Google Glass?
Just a
Does
Google
that still
Glass.
exist?
No, they don't make those anymore.
That's true. Okay, it seems like this is one chick wears.
Why
some.
would you want sunglasses though? Surely they have non-sun versions.
It's always sunglasses.
Why?
What if I'm in the club, bro, and I can't see anything? I need to take my glasses off. Just poke the lenses out.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, if I had.
Drizzle said that strip clubs only accept the tip.
That is so true based on my story that I went with my friend.
Why don't we have a but-umts? But we do have this.
That would make me uncomfortable.
Oh, God, everything makes you uncomfortable.
Welcome to
Just the tip? Just the tip. Just the tip.
Okay, glad you stopped it.
Oh, yeah. Glasses.
I haven't been to a strip club in so long. I should go to a strip club.
Have
You got
fun.
strip clubs here on the island, Rich?
I don't know.
Some like shitty island, some island sexiness.
Island sexiness.
I'm looking it up.
So is it okay for them to make a live-action Zelda movie?
They're gonna fuck it up. They're gonna wokeify it. They're gonna fucking put females. Link's gonna be played by a lady. It's gonna be all fucked up, Rich. You don't want to see it.
Does kind of have feminine features.
No, Link is a twink, for real.
Okay.
You think he's not?
No, I think that's a good way to say it. I was agreeing with you.
Link is definitely a bottom, and I'm fine with that. Get some fucking femboy to play Link.
So I was
I
really
would love
like,
that. I would watch the shit out of that.
for a split second when I read this article, I was like, you know what?
You know it's gonna be Zelda.
That's awesome.
No, you know it's gonna be Zelda's gonna be like some fucking superwoman that she's gonna save Link and like you know it's gonna be so woke, Rich.
Did you see? Was it you that sent me that thing the other day where what's it called? Zelda was like Jerry Springer. It was an AI thing. No, I shared it with you. They did like a Jerry Springer-esque show with Zelda, and Zelda was like, he never talks, and it was just Link.
He always
there,
goes,
he doesn't talk.
hey.
Yeah. I'll have to find that. And share
If they
it on
made a
our
movie
page.
where Link just spoke in like those, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
That'd be hilarious. So I'm not really looking forward to it, but I am.
I'm not looking forward to any movies anymore. Like everything's fucking just
Terrible.
bland and boring and shit. And I don't believe in that whole like woke crap. I do admit like studios go way too fucking far to like appease people, and they
Well,
fucking
there's-
just ruin the movie.
There's catering and then there's pandering.
Pandering, or what do we say? Like overcorrecting.
Overcorrecting.
Garfield movie's coming out.
Oh boy.
Yeah, good luck with that. Drop down, crawl around. You got it. Please don't knock our stuff over. Oh my god.
I'm impressed. Yay!
got it.
Son's squeezing through the studio trying to get to his bedroom.
I sent you that video where like it was the time travelers. Like everything you ever loved is gonna be played by Chris Pratt.
Yes.
And
Yes.
And I was like, I thought that was funny, and I was like, wait,
They were,
Garfield.
they were talking about Mario, and they were like, oh, so he's an Italian guy, and you're like, no.
Yeah, Chris Pratt's doing Garfield now. In his voice. Just, it's me, a Garfield. Like, dude, like, his voice isn't that unique. Like, it's not a Bill Murray. It's not a
No, it's just
music with
a
Michael
regular
Music.
guy.
What was the guy with his last name Music? He did the voice of the original Garfield cartoons.
oh, I don't know.
He also did the voice of Vinkman in the Ghostbusters. Stop
I
it!
watched.
Unless you just stand behind us and do it,
I watched
and we won't acknowledge it.
the 1980s Garfield Halloween a couple weeks ago for.
That was
Halloween.
probably music guy. Let's see, Garfield original voice. Damn it, you're typing faster than me. Lorenzo Music.
Yep, he did the vocals. On
He
that
did the Garfield voice, and then Bill Murray did the voice of Garfield in the 3D
one. Oh,
live
really?
action.
I didn't know that.
He did, which is funny because Lorenzo Music did the voice of Venkman in
He
the
looks
Ghost.
like a Lorenzo.
Listen to this fucking twist. Lorenzo Music did the voice of Garfield, did the voice of Venkman in the Ghostbusters cartoon from the 80s.
Right.
Bill Murray, who did Venkman in the Ghostbusters Real Action,
Real action.
did the voice of Garfield
Weird.
in the Garfield
All right.
CGI. And now we have fucking Chris Pratt. Have you seen the clips?
I haven't yet, actually. Let's look that up.
He's just like, wow, look, it's lasagna, my favorite. I'm so happy there's lasagna because
Yeah,
I'm
Garfield needs to sound like he's high. Like
Right?
That's
He
like
just
a
sounds
thing.
like Chris
It's like-
You hungry, little guy?
He's a baby.
They're gonna do like the life of Garfield. That's fucking awful. I hate this already. This is so they can sell like pop action figures.
Probably. They probably already exist.
Can we get the fucking adult Garfield, please?
guy.
And that's how I adopted John.
What the f-
Okay, now have you ever been with a plate? Don't need a spatula.
No, please, no. Ow.
No.
I missed it. I missed the voice.
You
It's
heard
just
it.
Chris Pratt.
It's literally
It's
just...
just Chris Pratt doing his voice.
Drizzle says they're making it kid-centric.
Hasn't Garfield been
But does Chris
kid-centric?
Pratt have to be involved for it to
I
be
read
kid-centric?
Garfield comics when I was like 10. Like,
He
I
said,
had-
fuck this.
I had look like remember
Yes.
those like rectangle books they sold of Garfield?
Yes.
They were like super long.
Yeah.
I had like 30 of them. I had so many of them.
Wow.
And like I was so into Garfield and
I used to watch Garfield and Heathcliff a lot.
Heathcliff. It was just like a rip off of Garfield.
Basically.
I
It was
remember
like it was like Garfield and like the
Like
Cosby
Mafia.
show. What's
Like
that,
wasn't Heathcliff?
What's the Cosby show? The cartoon there.
Oh, like
with Mushmouth. and-
Fat Albert. Fat Albert. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like him and Garfield just mashed
I
together.
remember there was like a Heathcliff cartoon. That
Yeah,
played.
that's what I
It
used
was
to
like a
watch.
Heathcliff, no one could
Yes.
terrify the neighborhood. Ugh,
That's
it
hilarious.
wasn't as good as Garfield. I like Garfield.
No, it was not as good.
But
as
Chris Pratt,
Here's the
why does
intro.
he keep? It was like a 1950s song.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
Who's Chris Pratt gonna ruin next? Popeye? Is he
Heathcliff.
gonna voice Popeye? I'm a
Popeye.
Ugh. He doesn't even try.
No, he doesn't.
I've always hated celebrity voice actors. They
Yeah.
take away from real voice actors.
Yeah,
Like when they just, oh, it's this famous person, not somebody that's
but they
like,
do it just to get the people to go to the movie.
Yeah, no
and
shit.
yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna watch Garfield because Chris
Maybe
Pratt.
if they stopped doing remakes and started some creativity and
OC?
new characters.
some OC rich.
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen. It's just gonna be remakes. And
The only OC you get nowadays is on OnlyFans.
Oh, I'm down with that.
Of course you are.
The only
Did you see that senator or representative, whatever the hell he is, Santos, had paid for OnlyFans with
yes,
money from his
with
campaign?
Money from his campaign. You know, I'm like embarrassed to have black hair and wear my glasses because, like, I realize like they kind of look like how he looks.
Oh God.
Like with I just seen a picture of him and I'm like, I don't want to wear my glasses anymore or have black hair. I want to get rid of my hair. Like he's
Yeah.
dude, we just need to do a political show, Rich. We gotta stop talking about this stuff because it's embarrassing.
I want to hear about this Tesla thing you put on here.
Tesla thing.
Yeah. They're suing people.
Apparently, there's a clause in your sale contract. If you try to resell your Cybertruck, obviously because it's a piece of shit.
They're
within-
debuting finally on November 30th.
Oh, thank God.
3 years late. 4 years late? Something like that.
I feel like he's been talking about it for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terms of sale is you cannot fucking resell it because it'll make us look bad. Because these cars, obviously, they know the car sucks. So they're going to sue you for $50,000 if you decide you don't like the car and want to get rid of it. That is insane, dude. Like, every leak of the Tesla truck has been like,
Well, this is the part that pisses me off about the Cybertruck. This is what they advertise.
oh, yeah.
But
this
it doesn't look anything like that
No.
anymore.
The panels don't line up.
Nothing.
There's like all sort like
Well, no, like stupid shit. Like they had to add windshield wipers and mirrors and door handle, like all this shit that was
shit
required.
that you legally need to have on
Yeah.
a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
So it doesn't look like
self-advertising.
this anymore.
No.
And it never will.
That's what Musk does. He like promises shit and doesn't care about like, oh, we should have legally done this and this and this.
They can agree to buy it back from you if they have a good reason. But who justifies what a good reason is? Musk?
What about if the car just sucks?
I could see that being something he'd do. Like, okay, anybody who wants to sell their Cybertruck back, I have to give final approval. That's what's gonna happen, and they have to tweet me.
They got. I was
Oh,
going to say that. They got to tweet.
They gotta X me.
They got to X me, and
Yeah.
and if I deem that their sale is like worthy, I will either approve it or deny it. I saw something, and someone said like,
And then he's gonna share a video of himself just hitting the deny button over and over again.
yeah, with some poop emojis.
Yeah.
Someone said like the more Elon stutters, the more you know he's lying.
Really? Is that like his tell?
He's like he's always like
I'm gonna have to watch for that now.
He's always doing that. It's like part of like his thing. Yeah.
They said that it was originally supposed to start at $39,900, and now due to the expensive building materials.
Oh yeah, how much does it cost? They're gonna sue you for more than it's worth?
I mean, it's got to be worth probably $50,000.
Is it?
Or more?
You can't like sell this if, at all within a year, or I'm gonna sue you.
And he's hoping to have $250,000 annually by 2025. But didn't they just start making like $250,000 Teslas every year? Like, I feel like that's
I don't know.
that's a
Dude, everything that comes out of
unrealistic
Elon's
goal.
mouth, you cannot trust. He's been saying we'd have full self-driving cars
Oh yeah,
for
years.
like 11 years now straight. Next year we'll have it. Next year we'll have it.
Okay, so they had deliveries of 405,000 vehicles, but that's every model that they own. They sell.
Yeah.
Which means the Cybertruck is supposed to do more than half of their annual sales of every other car. I doubt it.
Yeah. How many people are? I remember when it was first announced. People were like, "Oh,
you know
I'm
what
getting that.
You know what the
I'm
problem
getting
is?
that."
You know what the problem is? I guarantee. Where does Elon live now?
Texas.
Yeah. Everybody in Texas drives a truck. So he probably thinks everybody drives trucks. But in reality, in the real world where we live, there's actually like probably a good 50-50 split.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you talking about the rest of the United States? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw like Ford's coming out with like an electronic F-150.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, they've had that. The Lightning is
they have?
gorgeous. You could charge.
I've just recently seen ads for it.
You can. It does this bidirectional power function where you can actually power your house off of your car if the power goes out.
Oh, like
It's fucking amazing.
can't expect that to last very long.
Hmm?
I can't expect that power to last. Right? It's not like a generator.
No, but
like
the
it's-
batteries on a car are
That's cool.
beefy.
No,
like-
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I like that Tesla's inspiring other car companies to make electric cars. That is the benefit we've gotten from them. From
I'm
Tesla,
surprised.
We've gotten cheaply made cars where the door panels don't align. When you drive the car, you can hear all the plastic creaking in the car because it's so fucking
Right.
cheaply made.
And that's where the competition's going to help.
I have no
it's gonna
interest in
push it
owning a
down.
Tesla.
I did until we started hearing the real world.
No, I did
complaints.
until I started seeing like videos of
Yeah.
like all the fails and
But
Elon. Like did
one
you
thing
see,
that I
like-
did see recently-
Did you see he like cut the he's just showing off full self driving and there was all these jump cuts in it, and they're like,
What's going on, bro?
it's not really working, is it, idiot? Because you can't show it in a single video.
Right. So one thing that was really weird for me was I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm a Toyota fan. I always have been, and they make a good car, but they have
Did we
no.
answer Drizzle? The Mario movie was. We said it was.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, no, the Mario movie was.
It was okay.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I'm never gonna go back and watch it again. I don't think it's. What did we say? We got your trailer reaction on our channel.
Yeah.
We did Fat Italian Man watches a Mario movie, and then we saw it and we were like, it's kid oriented. Even though a lot of 40-year-olds are going to see it because they grew up with Mario.
Yeah.
But they're gearing it toward the kids. And Princess was like all like,
Boss
I don't
babe.
need no Mario. I can take care of myself. And
Yeah. Other than that, it was okay.
Jack Black was really good as Bowser.
Yes.
I love him as that. That was really good.
He's a funny actor. I like
So
him.
I'm mixed. I would say
6 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry, Tesla.
Oh, so I was talking about Toyota has no electric vehicles really, and I was reading about it. Apparently, they didn't like buy into the hype early like everyone else, and they've been slowly working on things behind the scenes. And they have a new battery technology that's supposed to give us more power and less range anxiety.
Yeah.
Which is what
Where
the
you're
big
like, "Oh my God,
problem
my
is.
battery's
Like,
gonna die."
yeah.
I even heard that Tesla's lying about the battery range.
Oh God.
That it gives you some bullshit number when you're fully charged.
Oh
It
my
doesn't give
God.
you the actual mileage until you reach 50%.
Wow.
And then it becomes a real number.
That's
Just a fucking
ridiculous.
bullshit. I don't know if that's true. That's just
I hope
something
that's
I came
not,
across.
'cause that's
It sounds
ridiculous.
like something it would do.
It does.
Dude.
Bottom line, I'm not buying a Tesla.
No, I would never get a Tesla at this point.
I was considering it as my next vehicle, but at this point, I'm more likely to buy a Rivian truck than a Tesla.
I was back when I thought Elon was cool.
Yeah.
And that is long past.
Mhm.
And fucking A, dude.
It's unfortunate.
What was I gonna say? I had something to say and I forgot it already. What's it about electric cars? It's gone.
Tesla, Rivian.
Oh, it's gone. It's a gone, Rich.
It's a me.
It's a me, a Mario. I'm sorry. It's
Well-
a me, Mario.
With the exception of your rant, we are out of topics. So
We're not going another hour doing Modern Warfare. If somebody wants to, we'll do a standalone video. I got so much to say about Modern Warfare.
we'll do it. We'll do it this weekend.
I don't even
I'll
have
force you.
Modern Warfare 2.
I'll make you do it.
This weekend?
Yep.
We can do it.
All
I'm
right.
down.
All right. Well, all right.
All right.
Well, this has been our a good audio episode.
Yeah, hopefully our audio sounded good. We'll see when we go to edit.
I've heard it was good. Drinking a Red Bull
What?
this late
It's
at
only
night.
8 o'clock.
It's only
fine.
7:50 here. That drizzles in that Central Time zone.
I ran out of
Or Eastern.
alcohol, so I
Eastern
got to switch
even.
over to the Red Bull to keep me conscious long enough to get to some more alcohol.
Is he Eastern Time or Central? I can't.
Drizzle?
remember. Yeah,
I have no fucking idea where he lives.
I do. I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna dox him on
What
the air.
time zone are you in? Is
I'm pretty sure he's 10:50, so he's 3 hours. He's Eastern, same as you used to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the sun just went down
I'm
like
sorry,
2
is
hours ago.
disclosing
here.
somebody's time zone doxing? I didn't know that was like. a
No,
thing.
not time zone. We said time zone, but I'm not gonna say the state he lives in because that's doxing. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah, I
shitty.
don't care what state. I just want to know what time zone he's in. Yeah. Drizzle with your thousands
I
of
drink-
followers on YouTube.
I drink coffee literally at midnight every night.
I don't get this
I
guy.
don't-
Like 9:50, he's like, making some fucking coffee in my French press.
You know, my doctor told me the other day that I probably have ADHD because normal people can't do that. So
I have ADHD. I take Adderall. I can't drink coffee this late at night, or I'm not getting to bed. I can't take Adderall this late at night, or I'm never getting to bed.
Yeah,
So how is that
can.
an ADHD thing?
I don't know. Stimulants don't affect me, I guess.
Okay.
I'm just too cool.
Okay.
Obviously.
Cool. I thought you were drinking coffee that
Too
late to be
cool
cool.
for caffeine.
That's what I
yo.
thought you were. I thought you were just like, I'm so fucking edgy. I'm drinking coffee at 10
Yeah.
o'clock at night.
I'm just too cool for caffeine.
Bro. All right.
All right. Well, this has been Drug Tech Sport.
Yay. Go after yourself, Rich.
Go after yourself, Jay.